up, guys? Fight on 5-2 here. I've got a video response just for a question that was posed by bostonbroncosfan21. He had a PC, or has a PC of Birdman from the NBA, something Anderson. I forget what his first name is. I always just call him Birdman. But you know, he's spent a lot of time, money, and effort collecting Birdman, and you know, come to find out this past week that, you know, he might not be the person that he thought he was, you know, with the legal allegations and stuff. You guys can go check it out on ESPN or whatever, but it kind of rocked his world a little bit as far as collecting, you know, like, you know, what would happen if guys that we all collect, what if they did something, like how would it affect the way we collect? And he mentioned me, and you know, what would I do if I found out that Bo Jackson did something heinous, you know? And it's hard to really put myself into that situation without actually being in it for real. So it's really hard to say. I will just say this, though, with my Bo Jackson collection. It really is more about the nostalgia of when I was growing up than it really is about Bo Jackson, really, I think. I personally have never met Bo Jackson. I've never talked to him. I've never been to a signing where, you know, I've been within 10 feet of Bo Jackson. The closest I've ever been to Bo Jackson was at the national title game, Auburn and Oregon in football. I was at that game, and Bo Jackson was one of the honorary captains. So I was in the same stadium as Bo Jackson, you know. I mean, that's the closest that I've ever been, you know. And I'd seen Bo Jackson play when I was little, so it's like that's the closest I've ever been. I don't know anything about Bo Jackson. I've read his book, and so I have some kind of insight, but I really don't know him, you know. And so that's not why I collect him, because he's some like outstanding person. I do, however, think that part of why I collect him is because he was a phenomenal athlete. But that kind of goes back to the nostalgia part of it, because when I was a kid, and it's probably the same for kids now, when you go play a pickup game of something, if you play football or baseball or basketball, whatever you play, before you started playing, you had to say who you were. You know, like if you're playing basketball, like, oh, I'm Shaq. I'm gonna be Shaquille O'Neal. Or when you're playing football, oh, I'm totally gonna be Joe Montana or Jerry Rice. Or, you know what I mean? You would just say these athletes that we all loved, and you would kind of try and imitate them. You know, if you were playing basketball and you were Michael Jordan, when you were playing, you would stick your tongue out and cut through the lane and you know what I mean? Or when you're Shaq, you would just stay kind of low in the paint and block shots and dunk, and you know what I mean? That's kind of how it was, and it was like part of the fun of it. And with Bo Jackson, it was fun because I could be Bo Jackson when we played football, and I could be Bo Jackson when we played baseball. You know, it was like, that was always my go-to guy. And so just the nostalgia of that. And you know, when you're kids, you'd get in the argument of, you know, whose favorite player was better. Like, I don't know, you compare, you know, athletes like, oh, I collect Clyde Drexler, or I collect Michael Jordan, and then there'd be a debate, oh, who's better? You know, like, oh, Clyde Drexler can do this, and Michael Jordan can't, or oh, Michael Jordan can do this, and Clyde Drexler can't, you know, and you get in these arguments. And I would always pick Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson played 2 sports and was an all-star in both. So that was my guy, you know, like I could always throw out that argument like, oh yeah, okay, fine. Ken Griffey Jr. is awesome, but did Ken Griffey Jr. play football? No. Did Ken Griffey Jr. play basketball? No. Oh, Bo Jackson's better. You know what I mean? And I don't know. That was just the way I thought, and it just kind of stuck. And it's weird because, like, I don't like the Raiders. I don't like the Royals. I don't like the White Sox, the Angels. I don't like Auburn University. You know, like all these teams that Bo played for. I didn't even like the teams he was on. I just liked him, you know? And I just thought he was just a one-of-a-kind athlete. So there it is. I just think that you should, I don't know, really think about why it is that you collected Birdman. If it was because he was a good basketball player and you liked his, you know, spiked hair and tatted look and whatever, I say, you know, just keep going. And if it makes you happy doing it, then, and you still like the cards and everything, keep doing it. If it kind of ruins the cards, like if you don't even want to look at them or they don't make you happy when you get new ones in the mail, that's when you need to change it up. Because it's not about, like, if you keep collecting Birdman out of like obligation to like continue your PC, it's not going to be any fun anymore. So I guess just do whatever you think will be fun, you know. For me, then nostalgia is what keeps it fun, you know, like not only collecting Bo Jackson but collecting cards. That's things that I did when I was a kid, you know. I'm like trapped in the late 80s, early 90s, you know? Like, look at my shirt, for example. I just love that era. And thinking back when I was a kid to good times, it makes it fun. So that's kind of how it is for me. I know I've just been rambling on, haven't showed any cards or anything. I just wanted to make this video, man, and just share my opinion on that. Do whatever you think will keep the hobby fun for you, you know. And it might be to dump your Birdman collection, or it might be to keep collecting it, you know. Like maybe this is a good time to pick up Birdman stuff while these allegations are going on, because maybe people are, you know, jumping off his bandwagon and you can get things cheap. I don't know, man. It's all up to you. If you still enjoy collecting them, I say go ahead and freaking do it. You know, I don't think you started to collect Birdman because you really knew who he was to begin with. So I don't know that it would affect how you feel now. I don't know. It's hard. Because again, I don't know how to feel unless I was in that situation, but stay positive, my man. If you guys want to comment or make a response of like, what would you do if you found out that a player that you collect, or even, you know, with the Saints and all their, you know, the bounty issues. Like, what about Saints fans? Like, how do you feel? Do you still like the Saints, or are you like, ugh, that's so bad, I'm gonna switch teams? You know, like what would you do if you found out that your favorite player or your favorite team did something heinous? You know, like, what would you do? How would you feel? It's an interesting question to pose, and it makes for something good, a good thing to think about. You know, really, why it is that you collect. Is it because you collect for money, because you like the value of certain players? Is it because you like the athlete? Is it because you like the player, the person that they actually are, that they're a good person? You know, like, we all collect our players and teams for various reasons. So, I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts on that. It's not super helpful or anything. It's just my thoughts, and thanks for posing the question, and sorry that you're going through this. Keep your head up, keep collecting, but that's it, guys. I really don't have anything else. I'm just kind of dragging this on and on and on, and see ya.